Show me your news E3 coverage here before the Microsoft conference with Youko, Super, SwordHunter, and Solid Snake 120. Good to have you here. Microsoft conference is about to start soon and give it a couple minutes. Just what are we expecting? What are our hopes going in? What are we looking to see?
Well, we're gonna see some TV and sports ball.
TV and sports ball. Football.
Do the thing, score the points.
Yeah, that's gonna be a large part. Even though it's not the games we're looking for, at the press conference they're gonna have something because they didn't have anything leading up.
But things are different this year, are they not?
Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna get a lot more games. I mean, yeah, you might have little, maybe the Madden or the NFL sports deal, things like that. You might have those mentioned, but I think Phil Spencer's really gonna bring the games this year.
I would like to think that they've learned from their mistakes in past years, that they are going to bring the games. Of course, you're going to have like a Kinect game. They're still going to go for a little bit of a casual audience. They're going to announce some new deal with a company, but I would certainly hope that they just bring a lot of games, and I'm looking forward to a lot of Halo information.
Yeah.
You would expect a lot of Halo. There was that big NT kernel leak on NeoGAF in late January where we're talking Halo 2 anniversary at least, probably a Master Chief collection. We got to probably hear more about Halo 5. They're not just going to totally leave that entirely for next year. It's all about their Halo journey. I think that's a big one this year.
I'd really like to see something about Spartan Ops Season 2.
Yeah, I think they have to lean heavily on that well-established, IP in Halo and just have that carry them forward and try to catch back up with what PS4 is doing.
I'll be curious to see in regards to Spartan Ops if they do release a Master Chief collection, if they'll have another season of Spartan Ops come with that. With the updated graphics.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense too.
Yeah, we've talked about what we're kind of looking forward to seeing. If it is just an HD, if they try to blend all the engines together, make a one standard engine on Xbox One and adapt them all to that, that'd be very interesting. We're sure to see, Forza Horizon 2. That's going to be a definitely. Mm-hmm. Wonder if we'll see Gears of War. Like that's a big question.
That is up in the air. I don't think we will, but it could happen.
I think we'll get a teaser.
Probably.
I don't think we'll get a gameplay trailer, but I wouldn't be surprised if a teaser
is. I feel like that's the question. We won't see any gameplay. There won't be a real trailer. A teaser is what we're looking at right now.
Here's the big one. Last thing. Rare. Does one of their old properties come back? I'm not saying that Rare actually works on it, but one of their old properties does it come back through some other company?
I mean, the closest I think we're going to see is Perfect Dark, and it's not been 10 years since that one at the very least.
No.
We'll see. My real question right now: who's the new Usher?
Ooh, baby, baby, ooh, baby, baby.
Pharrell's going to be up there singing Happy.
There you go. I think they learned from last year. I think they got to do a show similar to last year. It was a pretty decent conference last year as far as just games bringing games. Some of the claims and some of the things they were hiding behind, not so much. But Phil Spencer, let's see the games.
I think the indie scene's going to be big at Microsoft this year because that was one thing that they really were lacking against Sony last year. Just the indie presence, I think.
Absolutely.
So I think we'll see a lot of indie publishers up on stage as well this year.
All right. We'll see you right back after the show. All right, so that was Microsoft. Thoughts?
Games,
and more games.
Lots of games.
Like
That's how an E3 press conference should be. Mm-hmm. And I just realized our Xbox One is on. How did that happen?
Xbox off?
Oh.
Xbox turn off?
We'll fix that in a bit. Maybe they
got a little excited.
Maybe they just said Xbox a little bit too much.
Xbox too many times.
Yeah. Wow. So a lot of stuff we knew about to start the show, especially from 2014. You start off with Call of Duty, so that one's a yes.
Yep.
Some Forza stuff we knew was going to happen. Assassin's Creed Unity, surprised to see that there. Also, The Division was later in the show.
Yeah. The multiplayer confirmed in Assassin's Creed.
Yes, the 4-player co-op.
Which looks
good.
So much fun.
It looks a lot of fun, absolutely. They did talk about Dance Central Spotlight, the name coming this September. Also the Fantasia game. They didn't show it, but that counts for the Kinect game. Mm-hmm. Ori and the Blind Forest was
not the Bling Forest.
Not the Bling Forest.
Thank you, Spike TV.
Yes.
That was the first game that we saw. I was like, okay, that's new.
Yeah. Looks a lot like Dust and Elysian Tale.
Master Chief Collection confirmed. Halo 2 Anniversary confirmed.
Yeah.
With that.
All part of the Master Chief Collection,
I don't think Anniversary is a separate game.
Well,
it's
all part of it.
In the Master Chief Collection.
Same thing with the Nightfall live action from Ridley Scott. That's included. The Halo 5 Guardians beta included in the Master Chief Collection.
Coming this December /holiday.
For the beta.
For the beta, yeah.
But if
Take it. Yeah.
They didn't talk price point.
No.
No,
I think
but
if it's
still.
It'll
if
be
it-
60.
if it's 60, you got a winner.
Done.
Yeah.
That's great.
Coming November 11th, the Master
Yes,
Chief Collection.
absolutely.
11.
Inside from Playdead, the creators of Limbo. So that looked a little. We were saying like kind of looked a little bit like Rain on PlayStation.
A little bit.
And
Yeah.
it had kind of that art style plus Ream or whatever that was showed last year for PlayStation. It kind of had that art style
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, Rhyme. Had a list of indies, so they did talk about that. They did show a good
They
trailer
did
for that.
get that
Yes,
presence,
they
yeah.
And yep, Tomb Raider 2. Rise of the Tomb Raider.
It
is
looks
what-
good.
That was
CG.
very
It was
Oh,
all
it looked-
CG.
It was.
But,
Yeah.
I mean,
Still.
still, I'm
They know what they're
expecting
doing with
nothing
that.
but
Good idea.
prettiness.
They know what
and
they're doing with that
gruesome ways
franchise.
of them
It's pretty
killing
good.
Laura.
Yeah.
Lara.
Excited for that. You called the Phantom Dust when that was happening.
I did,
Kudos,
yeah.
kudos to you
I
on
did.
that.
That was. I really enjoy it. I have it for the original Xbox, and it's a fun, very different kind of card battling action fighter kind of game. So
Conquer, though?
That-
With Project
all
Spark,
right.
that was kind of interesting.
That Conquer and Project Spark, interesting to see its conclusion, does not count as the rare reboot, just like Phantom Dust, not within 10 years.
no, 2005.
Right, 2000,
Yeah.
2005 North
Close.
America, Japan was 2004, but September.
So,
Well,
not
yeah.
quite.
So 9
Wow,
years and 9
wow.
months.
So
Yeah.
close.
Doesn't count.
Platinum Games, that rumor was confirmed. Platinum Games on stage to show an Xbox One exclusive with Hideki Kamiya.
Which was not Devil May Cry.
Even though
much
the
to our
protagonist
surprise.
looked like...
It was so close. We were thinking like, oh, he's hitting the devil trigger. He's got the rebellion.
He's
like,
got the white hair. He's got the,
he's got all the
headphones.
things.
He's got a punky attitude. And then suddenly, like, it's dragons fighting hydras, and it's called
And-
Scalebound.
I think it's going to be a multiplayer game because at the end you saw a bunch of other like
Yeah.
colored dragons. So
Entirely
I'm thinking
possible.
like a more actiony based Monster Hunter. I'm thinking
Right. And then the big surprise at the end was Crackdown.
Crackdown.
Yeah.
Not called Crackdown 3, but, made by the original creators. So a lot of people thought the second one was rushed out the door. So it's good to see that they're looking to put an effort
Yeah.
into this
Take
new
their time
one.
with it.
Not super surprised that it was announced. Just because I mean, even from last year. At the Xbox One reveal event, they showed like one of the icons people saw was the Crackdown
Right.
agility
Yeah.
orb or something. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though one of the
Still
kookiest things,
looks good.
Oh.
one of the kookiest things, let me pull up.
Sunset Overdrive.
Well, Sunset Overdrive, and that's going to be one of their big ones, a new
Yeah.
IP.
Yep.
It looks like it has a really cool style for it.
Looks like I'm really excited to see a game that just does the middle finger to physics and just kind of like we're just gonna let
Yeah.
you do
I-
exactly what you want to do and be as cool as possible.
Yeah.
I like how fast paced it looks.
Yeah.
Like the jumping and switching from like the grinding to the rails to your crowbar where you're sliding along.
Right.
Very stylized.
Yeah, very stylized. I love the effects and the explosions, like the burr and the booms and the explosions
That
and
more
everything.
comic book
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, very
I don't know.
comic book
The,
esque.
the bad physics hurt my soul, but it was still kind of interesting to see.
And then I think the kookiest, if you want to
Yeah.
call it that, Super Ultra Dead Rising 3 Arcade Remix Hyper Edition EX Plus Alpha. The downloadable content on Dead Rising 3 for
Available now.
Available now.
now.
Was it for free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think
Was it? I didn't see
No,
anything
not for free.
it
Available
was just available.
Available
now.
now, DLC for Dead Rising 3.
Okay.
Capcom fans' dream come true. You know, dress
Absolutely, 100%. No Mega Man.
Right. Alternate costumes, basically.
Fan
You know.
service.
Well, I think
Fan service
X's
everywhere.
outfit was already in Dead Rising 3.
Right.
X's X1 on armor was already
Still,
in.
the only
okay.
Mega Man we saw was a Servbot helmet, and that was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
There's
that
just
sounds-
a lot of fan service. So real quick, grades like just first impression. We can break it down later. Compare it to everyone. But
I would
can
definitely
you grade
say
it right now?
Right now, as a grade, it hit all the right notes. That's an A.
Yeah. I'll take A minus.
I'm doing B, like a B plus, maybe just solid B. Like they showed a lot of games, and I'm glad they showed off games, but there wasn't that big announcement that just came out of nowhere for me.
That's why I won't put the plus down.
Exactly,
Right.
like they had amazing games. We knew about a bunch of them. A lot of them had been teased before, like the Crackdown stuff, which still looks
Yeah.
amazing,
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
I would love to play. But there wasn't that. Oh my gosh! I can't believe they're doing
Yeah.
this.
Even
Yeah.
the new Gears wouldn't really have been
No.
in
No.
that category.
I mean-
so
I figured like with the Gears and like with Sony God of War, those are games that will come eventually. I
Yeah.
mean, those
You
are
know
games
they're in the
that will
works.
be
Yeah.
huge. Had they announced like a Battletoads, I would have been like,
Yeah.
"Holy
What?
crap!
Yeah.
They're doing Battletoads." Or
I don't know. Phantom Dust was
Zoo.
kind of your Battletoads, to be honest.
no, it was, but I mean, there had been like Phil Spencer had talked about it, and like Phantom Dust had been brought up for a couple years now, and
Yeah.
even more recently they've been teasing Phantom Dust. So
Yeah.
that's why I was like, okay, it's probably Phantom Dust.
And I think that's why I give it an A- because like all the leaks really did
Yeah.
hurt it.
Yeah.
It
I feel
just
like-
kind of limited the surprise, and I think that brings it down a little bit. Love to see all the games. Glad they didn't go the TV, sports.
Right.
Yeah.
I was very
Um,
surprised there was no TV,
Yeah.
sports. Not one Madden title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
They
only-
could
No,
have easily.
no sports, period.
In general, yeah.
Well, one of the guys was...
Forza.
Wait until EA. Wait until
Oh,
EA.
One of the
yes.
guys was like, yeah, my favorite game was NBA 2K11 or whatever it
That's
was. Or 2K1, I can't remember
I
what it
have
was.
to say, though, what I think I was most surprised about by their conference was the strong Ubisoft presence.
Yeah.
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 For
And then
years,
the
they've been at
exclusives.
Sony.
Exclusives
They
there
had
too.
the
Yeah.
DLC and things like that.
Yeah, they really
Very
pushed the
Ubisoft
exclusive
strong.
DLC
But
overall.
that's money.
but-
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
money. They buy
Yeah.
it, and that's how that goes.
Microsoft has the money to spend on
It was-
DLC and
yeah,
stuff.
and the thing that surprised me the most was the very beginning where they said our friends at Nintendo
Oh,
and
yeah.
Sony.
Very
Yeah.
humble. Phil
Yeah.
Spencer was incredibly humble.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you would have
Much
heard that from
different
Dan
than-
Matrick.
Yeah.
He's the right man to lead the brand forward. Very
Absolutely.
exciting.
Yeah.
Great show from Xbox. We'll see how the rest of them stack up. Stick back here with Show Me Your News.